Hello there. A couple days ago I read a thing about oh, that government bureaucracy back there in Washington, D.C. was looking at banning gas burning stoves because of the bad effect it had on people, on little kids' asthma specifically, they said. Well, I got to thinking, and I don't understand how people can be so foolish sometimes. I mean, I've been foolish lots of times, but I ain't all that bright. I mean, I ain't sharp as a knife in the drawer. But, now that government back there, them fellers that say they ain't tyrants, but they act a whole bunch like fascists and stuff, they done away with coal burning. They're trying to do away with gasoline and diesel. They're trying to do away with any wood. Well, they've done away with wood. They got these laws in these different towns. No wood burning because the atmospheric whatever is, we got a high pressure area. Now, I don't care about that electricity. I enjoy electric lights and stuff. But if you get to figuring, they get electric stoves, they get them heat exchangers, whatever they call them, air conditioning outfits that flow cold air in the summertime and warm air in the wintertime. They get all that stuff going. Them windmills and them solar cells out there, them solar farms, they ain't that dependable. I mean, heck, you have a big volcano go off somewhere that sends a cloud of ash over across the western United States. Or like that one when that gal blew up there in 1980, I think it was, up in Washington. I was living in Spokane at the time, and there was 6, 8, 10 inches of that volcanic dust all over everything, and that's 200 and some miles away from that volcano. But anyway, they don't think too good, and that same thing with them. That nuclear power is all right. It powers them ships and everything out there at sea. They're independent little countries to themselves and big aircraft carriers and such. But what if there's one of them pulses give off, those electromagnetic, whatever they call them things, given off by the sun or something, or some of them big CMEs come out of that sun and whip through the weakening atmosphere, wipe out all the chips and the electronic equipment that we got. How are they going to run any of that solar stuff, that wind stuff, that nuclear stuff? That seems to be pretty delicate stuff. You can't go out and rub a couple of windmill arms together and make a fire like you can a couple of sticks of wood. And that coal, you can steep a fire with coal and you can have it burn all night long and keep a decent little house, or at least a room in a house, warm without much coal at all, just 3 or 4 little pieces. Now, so I don't know about that stuff back there in Washington, D.C. I guess them people are really smart. But, since I'm a guy that believes in God, and I've been trying for the last few years to be an obedient disciple of that Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God on this earth, that's ever lived on this earth. I think that fella, that Lucifer fella, you don't care what you call him, Beelzebub or uh, Satan, or they got a lot of names for that guy. You get into the Bible, it's confusing, but it's all the same guy. I think he's got a few things in there, and I think he's got a bunch of disciples that all got themselves elected into that Washington government, and they done put themselves in a bunch of their buddies that were minions of that Satan guy, possibly, and they're trying to destroy all the good work that God has ever done. you know, and if that's the case, I poor pity anybody that's following that Satan guy, and when it gets down to it, it's none of my business. I really don't care. I can empathize with them, but I sure don't feel sorry for them. And, same thing goes with food and everything else. Uh, it's all supposed to wind up in kind of a bad way thanks to people following the wrong way of going. So like I say, I would hope that God blesses you. I'd hope that some of them guys see the light, but I'm afraid they ain't going to. So, well, y'all have a good day, and don't let it get you down. Quit hating your neighbor quite so bad, because one of these days he might have a sandwich that he would share with you if you'd ever been nice to him. See you later. I got some more thinking to do.